Hi everyone. Today I want to share a card that I'm making, a lot of cards actually, that I'm making with one template in mind, and then I made a lot of varieties with it. And what started me on this little kick was I make a lot of cards, as I'm sure you would understand, and I can't even possibly use all the cards I make, because when I make a card for a video, I usually make one first, see if I like it, and then I make the video. Once I'm cutting stuff, I cut multiples, in case I make a mistake or whatever, and I don't want to bother getting everything out just to make one card, so I make multiples, and I used to sell them at my events, and then because of COVID, I haven't had any events, and I always gave some extras, leftovers, to this group at church that sends them to all the people. They have like I forget what they call themselves, care team perhaps, and they give cards to everybody for the birthday or for different reasons, and so I give them a lot of cards as well. And the other day, a lady who goes to my church said, "Oh, my daughter got one of your cards for her birthday from the Sunday school teacher, and she said it was really beautiful," and she showed me in the text a picture of the card that she got. And it was one I had made a long time ago, but it was like a card that was really pretty and it had flowers, but in my mind it was kind of more for an older woman, it was more florally looking, and not for a kid. And this was like a 7-year-old girl. I thought, man, I really need to start donating some more kids cards if this is the card that they chose to send to them. I mean, she said it was beautiful and her daughter liked it, but anyway, so I decided I needed to look through the catalog and find some cards, some stamp sets that were geared more towards children. And Zany Zebras caught my eye, and Zany Zebras is retiring soon. And so I thought, oh no, I better use Zany Zebras because it is super cute. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been spending the day with Zany Zebras, and I made this little card, and it's pretty much based on a couple things. Thing number one it was based on was right here. I opened the catalog to Zany Zebras and I saw this right here, and I thought, oh, those are cute, those are adorable papers, I like that. So I was going to copy this layout here, and right across from it is this goat card that has the little tag at the top, so it's kind of got those two elements. And then when I was searching for different things online, I came across Stamp with Amy is a blog. She posts, she's a demonstrator, and she posts on demonstrator sites, and she made a card like this but with the goat. So I had all these combinations in my head. So I have this zebra in my head, and I have the way she did it with the Amy did it with the goat with the little tag at the top. So I kind of combined how she did it, and she did these colors. So it's fun to look in the catalog, find a template, and then run with it. So I did, which is how I came up with this one. And then while I was making it, I found these sequins from a last catalog. I think they were called Tutti Frutti sequins or something like that. It's from a couple, maybe 2 catalogs ago. And I thought, wow, those colors are perfect. So I put those on there as well. So I'm trying to use up some of my retiring things. But I want to show you the Zany Zebras, and I want to show you the template, because as I was making it, I realized I was using a lot of scrap, and it was really taking me far, and I thought I would show you that. So here is how I put this card together. Oh, I want to talk to you about the template. I'm just using scraps of paper, and I want to point out this paper. This is also retiring. Stampin' Up! Gives a paper pack every year that has all of our standard colors in it. Here's how I keep them, and I have my brights and neutrals, regals, subtles, and in color, and the packs look like, let's see, I haven't used much of the subtles, so I'll show you. So it has all of our Stampin' Up! Colors from that color family. This is the subtle color family, and you see how it's got all of them in 2 different patterns. So, and you get like 4, you get 2 of each pattern, so you get 4 of each color, and they're double-sided. So you got the dots on one side and the writing, and then this kind of textured look and some wood grain look. Anyway, they're really fun, and I like that they're just one color. So then you know that you have in this pack something that'll go with all your cardstock. And so I always buy a pack of each of the color families, the in color, and then the brights, regals, neutrals, missing one, regals, neutrals, subtles, brights, and in colors. And so they change these patterns. So this pattern that you're seeing here is retiring, and then I keep my scraps kind of in this little thing here. So then I have a lot of these little strips. So I just started pulling out colors. I pulled out some just like the catalog, and then I pulled out other colors that I thought would be fun. And this little container, in case you're wondering, is called Totally Tiffany, and I got it on Amazon. Or I think you can also get it at scrapbooks.com. So just in case you're wondering about that. Anyway, so this template, and I don't want you to get too caught up on the sizes. So here I did 3/4 inch, 1 inch, 1.25 inch. But as you see here in my scrap bag, I had a bunch of strips that were the same size. So these are all 3/4 inch, and I just used them. And then I went through and I found some that were different sizes. So for example, this one, I had some scraps made in these sizes. So I just upped it. So basically you're just going across the card in patterned paper. And you can even use non-patterned paper. You can go with all cardstock if you've got strips of cardstock. Let me show you that. I did a couple like that because I wanted to show you what I mean. So it's the same idea. Strips of paper coming down on the cardstock, and then whatever you're going to put on the side. So you're going to put this and then a label. So you've got an image, a label, and stripes in the back. That's the basic formula. And these sizes, I have 3¼ inches, 3/4 of an inch, sorry, 1 inch and 1¼ inch. So you're going to want to keep those in mind, but remember, you can always deviate. So here, these are all the same. And then, you know, your item here can be something as such as an image, or it can be on a nice little anchoring kind of label piece. Now this, with this really cute scallops, is from one of my favorite dies, and that is called Stitched So Sweetly. These dies are awesome. Now in the current catalog they have a matching stamp set, which is retiring, but the dies are not retiring. If you like stamp sets, it's a word stamp set. It's really cute. I think I have it on my desk, or did I put it somewhere? It's a nice stamp set. It has words, can't thank you enough, cue the confetti, really cute words. So if you like word stamp sets, maybe grab it now while you can get the dies and the stamps together in a bundle. But if you just want the dies, they're super fantastic. I used this size here, which is probably still over on my die machine. Yeah, there it is. So really nice collection. You've got these cute labels and then these rectangles that are going to be useful for so much. Okay, so I wanted to point out the paper that's retiring. I wanted to point out this die. I also want to tell you about this die. There's so many great dies, I have to say. This one is called Tasteful Labels, and I reach for this one all the time because you've got these really nice variety of labels. You can even use this one on your main image. Like you can put an image like this going up, and you've got a couple different size circles. Really nice collection. So Tasteful Labels is what this one is called, and I really like it. I use this one all the time. So here's another product I wanted you to know about. These are two really great die sets that are going to be so useful to you over and over again. Let's see, what else do I want to point out on this card before we get started? Oh, this ribbon is called, this paper here is Melon Mambo. This is Magenta Madness ribbon, and it's on sale because this is retiring. This paper, this ribbon is retiring. So the color is not. That's one thing that I want you to look at when you go to the clearance rack, if ever you see ribbon, because sometimes we discontinue a type of ribbon, like maybe we've discontinued this particular, it's like a cotton 3/4 inch ribbon, and I'm sorry, 1/4 inch ribbon, and they've discontinued it, but the color is still there, and you can even use it with Melon Mambo. I think it works okay. So look at the retiring ribbons. Here's a retired ribbon that I picked up a while ago on the clearance rack, and it's Bermuda Bay, which is a color that we still offer. We just don't offer this Baker's Twine any longer, but I have it, so I want to use it. And I love when there's a ribbon on the clearance rack and sequins on the clearance rack. So the clearance rack, I heard, is supposed to be refreshed again with some new items on April, I don't know if it's the 12th or the 14th. I will look at that and put it up on my Facebook page. Okay, so let's look at this template. And, oh, here's another one. You know, this happens all the time. I have an idea in my head and I want to keep running with it. I'm like, oh, will it look good with solid paper? Will it look good in brights? What about this? What about that? And here I did it where it's the same idea, but I used this Shark Frenzy dies and used the wave. So it's the same template, same basic idea. A label, a main image, and then your background piece. So this is a fun stamp set. I want you to check this out before it goes away. This is retiring, and the dies are adorable. Let me see if I have them on my desk still. I do. Okay. The Shark Frenzy stamp set is super cute. I love that it has a grandma and grandpa. I'm not a grandma and grandpa. Not yet. My youngest daughter is 11. So I've got a way to go on that. But I thought it was really cute. I like to make a variety of cards. So I like that it's got mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa. I love you. This would be good for birthday too, even though there's no birthday sentiment on here. You can mix and match it with some of the things you have. And really cute. And in my head, you know, I've got this song going through my head, even though I don't have little children. So really cute to make it a grandma. You know, you add pearls and a little bag. You can add a bow, a mustache, a monocle, glasses, however you want to do to customize it to make it fit your family. Really cute. And then the dies for this one are adorable. Oh, there's the big shark and the little shark, and then there's dies that got a little bow tie or a little shirt and tie. These little fish are real cute. I love the little sea grasses or whatever. But then you've got this wave or a swoop, and then you've got these bubbles. And I saw someone use these bubbles for a shaker card too, which is super cute. So I wanna hang on to this. This is retiring, and I heard that the dies are running low. So if you do like the Shark Frenzy, you should grab that quickly. So this is kind of that month where some stuff, here's another shark card, some stuff is retiring and some stuff is staying, and you want to grab it while you can. It's really cute. Okay, let's put together a card. So I want to put together a zebra and show you kind of how I did that. Here is my Stitch So Sweetly rectangle die, and I'm going to stamp my zebra in Memento Black. Right on the side. And then I wanted to give them a little color. Now you can leave the zebra black and white, and I liked how in the catalog they did it in pink. Don't think you have to just go, let me show you because it's really cute. Don't think you just have to use black and white. The pink is really cute. Look at that cute little zebra. So now I wanted to give them a little bit of color, and so I'm looking at what I'm going to use here. This is Granny Apple Green, so I'm going to anchor my zebra in some Granny Apple Green. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of kind of a shadow, just a little Granny Apple Green ground here. And then I'm going to do the inside of the ear in Petal Pink. Going to give it a little bit of color. Okay, and then I'm just going to go around, just kind of around the zebra. It really does, like you can, it's so subtle, but when it's not there versus when it is there, I really do think the zebra kind of comes off the page a little more. So I'm going to go ahead and add, see right next to each other? I'm going to add, and this is Pool Party Light, and I'm just adding, and it is very light because mine is super old, but I keep it because I use it for this purpose, and I use my new one when I really want to color something deep. So this is just an outline, little fuzzy outline. And Pool Party. And then, even though the zebra is already black and white, I wanted to give him a little more depth, so I'm going to use Smoky Slate. Now I used the light on his stripes and ears. Just the tiniest bit, just a couple strokes on each stripe. And then on the snout, I used the dark Smoky Slate. I don't know if snout's the right word, that might be more for a pig. But anyway, his little mouth area and the hoofs. Just to give it a little more color. really simple coloring. You're not going crazy. I also wanted to do the inside of the mouth while I was at it with that petal pink. Okay. So super simple coloring. And then I'm using Bermuda Bay as my base, and I've cut it. Usually when you cut cards, you can have two different choices. You can cut your piece of cardstock long, or you can do your cards to open this way. So I've done both here actually. You can do it however you like. This one opens like a book, and this one opens top to bottom. So this one's a long one. And then I've got the pieces I've chosen. Now I've cut them 4 1/4 across, and I've got Granny Apple Green, Bermuda Bay, and Gorgeous Grape. And we're just going to go ahead and stick those down. I like to lift the card up a little bit, just so I know I got it all the way to the edge. And I'm doing dot side up because it's kind of fun, but you can even use the texture side up. It doesn't matter. And I did not intend for these dots to line up. It just happened. So don't think yours has to line up. Here, these do not line up. So there's the background. And then we're going to go ahead and use our zebra and just pop that up. Okay, now I wanted to use one of my little stamps here, and you can do It's Time to Celebrate, or I also have, where's my stamp set? Another option is You Party Animal. So since this one says Time to Celebrate, I'm going to do Party Animal on this one. And I'm just using a scrap of Bermuda Bay. I think I have enough room to do one there. Let's give it a try. I love embossing. It really just elevates the card. You can stamp this in black and not worry about the embossing if you're looking for something a little faster, and sometimes, you know, fast is needed. But I think I have time to emboss. So I'm just using white. Get a scrap paper to shake that off on. And then we're just going to heat that up. And cut that out with one of my dies, so you can decide, do you want to use the flagged one? You know, look for one of your labels, or if you have a punch, that'll work. That will work. So I'm going to go with that one. I will. Stampin' Up started selling these little emboss cut and emboss machines, a mini one. They have a big one too, which I have, but it's big and it's on the other side of my room and I have to get up to use it, whereas this tiny one is just so cute. So, and it fits within the frame of my video too, so that's really nice. So basically you're just going to cut out with your die. Sometimes if you need to, you can add a little bit of washi tape to hold that down, but I think I'm good. Crank that through. How fun is this little guy, right? So cute. I bought it for when classes start again, so I can bring that one, like one big one and one little one, so that if I have a line of people waiting to emboss, I've got some options. But it's super adorable if you have, and it sits right on my desk. I can move it around. So think about that little mini machine. Okay, so next I'm just going to put down the You Party Animal. I have some gorgeous grape ribbon from the mini catalog, which I was thinking I wanted maybe to try, since this is something that you can still get in case you wanted to add some embellishments and you were thinking of casing this card. Do you know what casing means? Copy and share everything. And so it's a fun little thing, that term that stampers use. And you know, you get your ideas. This is kind of cased from the catalog, and also a little bit cased from Stampin' with Amy too, isn't it? So and I don't know her, so hopefully she's okay if I case. My thought is, it's online, we can all see it, and I should have put that ribbon down before adding my thing, and I think that is cute. So you can even use a white ribbon. See what you have. See how fast that card came together? Now for the inside, I always have a stack of insides. For the inside, I went with Happy Birthday. And you can add another zebra inside. I decided to go with in the stamp set, the zebra stamp set, there are these little stars. So I decided to add some little stars. And I'm going to do some in Bermuda Bay. Just a fun little inside. You could have also added some stars behind the zebra if you wanted. I think I might even have some sequins in these colors too, so I might add that. So really fast card to put together. I hope the care team likes that I'm adding some kids cards to their collection. I mean just a ton, and it was so fast and easy. And then I was staring at this template and I thought, you know, how about some subtle colors? These are actually retiring in colors, and I have a lot of these flowers left over. So I kind of just did the same thing. I laid down my stripes. Navy is not a retiring in color, but this is Seaside Spray and Rococo Rose, which are retiring. Now these papers are still available. They're part of the last chance products. Some of the color families are on sale actually. This one is the in colors that are retiring. I think the Brights pack is on sale and the Subtles pack. So you can grab some of these wonderful papers. And then I did the same thing, same exact template. So I think this template works for kids cards, it works for adult cards, it works for patterned paper, it works for solid paper, and so I thought I would show you this, give you a little go-to template when you just want to make a card really quick. And then I just grabbed, look at all these flowers. This is a wonderful die set. It's called Pierced Flowers or Pierced Blooms. I'll have to check on that too. Let me see. Pierced Blooms. It's just a whole bunch of different sizes. Oh, and then a label. I love that it has a label. So anyway, great die set. And here you're just gonna layer. So I just dumped out a bunch. I like how that one turned out, so I might just copy it. I just put a bunch of flowers down. I don't know if I have another one of that pink one, so let's go with this guy. One day I just cut out a ton of flowers for a card kit that I was giving away on my Facebook page. If you are making something with this template, I would love to see it. Consider joining my Facebook group. It's called Beth's Paper Cuts Idea Sharing Group, and people can post things that they've made. You don't have to wait for me to post, although most people just let me post, but I would love it if you posted. If you've kind of used this template in any way, show us how you did it. Show us what stamp sets you chose to use. What label did you use? Did you use the Stitch So Sweetly, or did you have something else? So I would love to see your versions, and so would the rest of the group. So consider joining Beth's Paper Cuts Idea Sharing Group on Facebook. There is that card. So see how simple that is, and it just works with almost any stamp set you have. So you can go masculine adult, you've got pretty floral, and children. Perfect. I have another stamp card I made with Zany Zebras I thought I'd show real quick before we go, because it's retiring, and this one I received in a swap. Isn't that cute? So we've got all these cards. I will post these at my blog and Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll come back again and subscribe. Bye.